What's good, folks? This is your boy, the Boxing Know-It-All, just stopping in, man. I've been on a bit of a hiatus. You know, I had a friend of mine's mother that passed away, so I really hadn't been making any videos on all these past fights, and I know I missed out on all of them, so my apologies to people that really like to hear my opinion on certain things, but, you know, life carries certain twists. But nonetheless, I'm here now to talk about this Seth Mitchell fight last night and the Adrian Broner and DeMarco fight. I'm actually watching the fight again right now. I'm going to make this short and sweet. I've always said that if you cannot adapt, it doesn't matter how big you are, how hard you can punch, how intimidating you are to other individuals. If you never move your head, you have no defense, none whatsoever. You're not able to say, okay, this tactic is not working. Let me go to plan B. Then you are destined to lose. That's why Seth Mitchell lost last night. He has no kind of head movement whatsoever. If you saw him, he was so dry and flat-footed last night that it was just pathetic. And I actually told people that Seth was going to win, even though I know he gets hit and seemed to get whopped by almost any punch that hit him. I kind of thought that he would actually be able to hold on, weather whatever little storm if he got in any kind of trouble, and that he would actually utilize some defense and move, but he did none of the above, and hence he wound up getting knocked out. And I hate to say this, though, because typically one loss doesn't really end a career, but people now see that his chin is extremely suspect, and they're not going to actually fear his size anymore, nor the aggression that he, tend to have at times in spurts. So I think now he's pretty much exposed in a sense, even with just this one loss now. And I'm typically right about my boxers, but I see him now probably just getting ran through for the next 2 fights or so, and then I see him probably hanging it up. He might try to get some, fights here and there, but I don't see things going too well for Seth right now. He got to be looking for a plan B. He ate so many right hands because his guard is too wide. Even when he decides to put a guard up, it's too wide. It's like he's afraid to really just tuck in. Get out of there. So that's why he got his little toe knocked out. And as far as when Broner and DeMarco is concerned, man, oh my goodness. I told people that DeMarco was going to get demolished. Everybody came with the whole, it's the Sterner test, it's this, it's that, he's a southpaw, he's tall. DeMarco just would not fight his own fight. He got sucked into fighting Broner's fight. If you're that tall, you're that rangy, and you're a southpaw, there is no reason why you shouldn't just stay on the outside and box. But he got caught up with that Molina stuff that he did a couple of months ago with that 40-second soundbite of him knocking him out in the first round. And he really just got it in his head with people saying about the war that he had with Valero and things of that nature. He got in his head that he was going to take Broner lightly. And that's how I feel that he wound up actually losing as badly as he did, was because he took Broner lightly. He looked at it like, okay, everybody is saying this guy's all hype, he's just all talk or whatever. And he believed that. He actually soaked up and believed that. But once he got in there with the guy, and he saw that this particular individual could utilize every ounce of defense in the book, could adapt to every angle that he decided to throw. And DeMarco actually hit Broner flush on the chin a couple of times. And once DeMarco also saw that Broner could take his punch, it was a whole new thing. And he hits a lot harder than DeMarco thought. A lot of people sit and they say about Broner liking Mayweather, right? And saying that Mayweather's his brother and all of this stuff right here. So many people despise an individual just because of that person's confidence, and I think that is so garbage nowadays. The man's skills, if you can't look at this fight and see the skill set behind this guy, when he's in that ring, it's all business. If you can't give that man props for what he pulled off last night, then you truly are not a boxing fan if you can't appreciate that boxing skill that was displayed. How he dismantled the favorite in many other people's eyes, not in the boxing world, though. The boxing world, the real boxing world, pretty much knew what was going to happen to him. I read an article just a second ago on BoxingNews.com, BoxingNews24 or whatever.com, and they had an article on there talking so bad about Broner as if he came in here and got knocked out. It just don't make any sense sometimes the way people hate. And then they were talking about how Burns would easily run through and beat Broner. I don't see that happening. I see Burns getting pretty much the same treatment. Look. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. This is Curly. It's not my dog. Anyway, I don't really see anybody testing Broner at 135, even Burns. I think his toughest test will come when he joined the 140-pound rankings. I think that's when he'll have some good tests with people like Matisse. I call him Matisse. Some people call him Matisse. I think he will have sterner tests with those guys and the Zab Judahs and people with some pop and some actual skill. DeMarco has skill, but I think he just totally underestimated him. He came in with a plan A only. He didn't have a plan B, C, and D, and that's what got him whooped. I don't feel that the average person that watch boxing nowadays really give a damn about the sport. They don't give a damn about skill. They're focused in one direction. If they like one person, then to them everybody else is garbage. And that's not like in boxing. I had my partners come over to the house because I was telling them about Broner. And they were like, oh man, the news says this, the news say that, the news say this. And so I never bothered to watch the guy. I'm like, come watch the guy fight. And if I'm wrong, if you don't like this guy when he leaves out of that ring, next beers are on me. And believe me, I got tipsy and I didn't have to buy one beer. So it was all to the good. But nonetheless, man, I'm rolling with Adrian Broner. Until he gets into the 140, I don't see nobody beating him. And I don't really see him getting a major test at all until he gets to 140. He's going to run through everybody else, but it's going to take a seasoned person to actually play that high-volume chess match with Broner as opposed to just sitting there and playing checkers against a grandmaster playing chess. That's not going to happen. This Danny Garcia fight coming up with Zab Judah, I just want to speak on that real fast. Danny Garcia, mind you now, I'm telling you this right now. Danny Garcia is going to get knocked out. Beat bad. It's going to be either a TKO or a flat knockout, but regardless of what, he's going to get stopped. The hype train is going to disappear. He fought over everything, over age, overweight, over this, over that, out of shape Morales. And people really giving this cat props. And then on the fluke knockout that he had with Amir Khan, he's going to get in there with Zab Judah, and he's going to get his ass whooped. Mark my word. People are sleeping on Judah right now. And all of it's going to come back to bite him in the ass, believe me. The guy done refocused himself mentally a little bit. And I think he's actually going to win another strap before he wound up, actually hanging up the glove. They're trying to turn him into a journeyman, but I think all that's going to backfire on everybody. And you mark my words on that too. And as far as the Manny Pacquiao Woman World War fight, it's simple for me to say it, but I feel like Manny Pacquiao is going to lose. He has zero adaptability, just like DeMarco, and he's going to get his ass whooped. And I feel like he's going to lose by knockout, or he's going to actually get his ass whooped pretty bad this fight by Juan Manuel Marquez. So I'm taking Juan Manuel Marquez. And for all you people that are sitting there saying, oh, okay, well, Mayweather's still not going to fight him, da-da-da, you're damn right he's not going to fight him. I don't see neither one of them fighting me. I think, once again, me personally, I always blame Bob Arum, so I'm blaming Bob Arum again. I don't think that they're going to fight. Bob Arum already has Pacquiao's next fight set up for April already, and it's another under-the-banner, top-ranked thing. So there will already be no negotiations, even if he gets by Juan Manuel Marquez. There will be no negotiations. It'll be media talk of it, but it won't be any negotiations going on. His fight's already picked. And his dumbass signed another extension on his contract with Bob Arum to fight until December the 14th will be his contract extension. So feel free to holler at me. I didn't have a lot to talk about, so just throwing ideas out there. And so many people put their news up so early, and all these dates and things are changing in boxing. You can't do that. You can't do that. I mean, it's good to get excited about it, but you got to get your dates down pat before you start making predictions and stuff, man. So you all feel free to holler at your boy, leave whatever comments you want to leave, say whatever you want to say, and deuces. Oh, and by the way, Harold Letterman sucks ass. The motherfucker is a horrible scoring motherfucking judge now. He used to be able to score, but now he really can't score fights anymore. Don't listen to a Letterman card and think it's the holy grail of cards and that you can go by in a fight, because he's dead wrong a lot. Now, deuces.